Hello everyone and good day, and if it's not a good day, well then you've come to the right place because I'm going to hopefully help you have a good day, create a good day. This video is for you if you are a mom, specifically if you are a struggling mom, whether you are currently sick or postpartum, sleep deprived, just overwhelmed, maybe depressed, or just having a really off day or an off week, then this video is for you. We all struggle at times for a variety of different reasons. And when we go through these struggles, sometimes we just want to break. We want to take it easy, put our feet up, sit on the couch, and just watch TV. But motherhood doesn't have a pause button, and we don't get a break. We have to keep pushing through, and that is why in today's video, I'm going to be sharing how to have a good day when the odds are against you. This is so important because bad days, bad weeks, bad seasons, they're an eventuality and in a way out of our control. But what is in our control is how we handle these hard times and how we intentionally pick ourselves up and create a successful and beautiful day. This week was a very challenging week for me. I have been sick for an entire week now. On top of that, I've had my period. My toddler has been going through a very strange sleep regression. She's been waking up multiple times throughout the night saying, "Wake up, mommy, it's morning time." And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's 3 a.m. Go to bed." And the night prior to actually recording this video, it was such a terrible sleep. My daughter was up from about 2:30 in the morning till 5 a.m. with insomnia. And my almost 1-year-old woke up like 3 times when normally he sleeps through the night. And with all of that, on top of it, my spouse and I have just been having some very difficult conversations this week. So we've both been extra stressed and not really pouring love onto each other. So with all of those factors at play, I woke up in the morning feeling like CRAP. And I was at the breakfast table, barely holding my eyes open, and I was feeding myself negativity. I was telling myself that it was going to be a horrible day, and how the heck am I going to get through this? And then a light bulb went off, and I said, no, ma'am, you are not going to have a day. It may be a challenging day, but it's going to be a good day. This mindset change is really important, not only for myself, but for my children. They don't deserve to be dragged down and to have a bad day because of my own struggles. It's not fair that their mom is sick and tired and stressed and overwhelmed. They're just living their life and being a child. And, well, I mean, it kind of is their fault that I'm exhausted. However, it's not, because as their mother, I signed up for being there for them day and night, whenever they have insomnia or nightmares, and to be there for them with their big emotions and their tantrums and everything in between. They deserve the best even when I'm not feeling my best. And if you're watching this video right now, then you're on the right track because you're recognizing that you've been having bad days or you're wanting to avoid future bad days, and that alone is a really good step in the right direction. So without further ado, this is my guide to making a bad day a good day. So tip number 1, get yourself ready with even just the basics. When we're in a bad mood or sick, it's really easy to just want to stay in your pajamas and lounge around. However, it's a really good start to your day. Just by changing into your daytime clothes, it makes you feel more productive and confident. I put on my go-to dress that is very comfortable and I know I feel beautiful in. I knew that because I was in a bad mood, putting something on that I knew I liked myself in would give me a good start to my day. I also washed my face, brushed my teeth, brushed my hair, and put in a claw clip, put some moisturizer on, a little mascara, brushed my eyebrows out. Very little effort, but it made me feel 100 times better. I am usually a person to shower at night, but I'm finding that if you're having a bad day or you're sick, having a shower in the morning is a great way to relax and collect your thoughts. It also makes your congestion improve so you can breathe better and you're not like blowing your nose a million thousand times in the morning. As overwhelmed, exhausted moms, we can often forget to take care of ourselves, and that includes not getting ourselves ready in the morning. I'm not trying to say that getting yourself ready in the morning is proper self-care, but in some seasons of our life, it's all we got. Okay, next, make sure you have a yummy, healthy breakfast and a coffee. After having a coffee, I had enough energy back that I knew it would get me through the morning and early afternoon. I want my kids to have a mom that can play on their level. A kid's imagination is so much more active than us adults. So I find that I have to work extra hard by using my own imagination to be able to follow along with their games and have fun with them. Also, just socializing with a toddler all day requires a lot of energy. They have a lot of questions, they talk very fast, and they get very excited over almost everything. Number 3, spend time with God. Every day is a good day to lean on the Lord, but we need to lean on Him more than ever during difficult times. For it is only He who can give us the strength and patience and wisdom to tackle these hard days. I dedicated my entire morning to spend time focused on Christ. We started off by reading Noah's Ark in her beginner Bible, and then we used her wooden blocks and wooden animals to build an ark of our own. And we talked about the story while we built it, and it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. We had YouTube playing all morning with Hillsong worship, and it created for a very peaceful atmosphere. My daughter was actually way more quiet today than usual. I think it's because she had that background noise to listen to, and she even was singing along to the music, which was really beautiful. And I feel like I also really benefited from this, because not only am I worshiping God and inviting the Holy Spirit into my home, but I also had that noise to focus on rather than only hearing the noise of my whining and crying kids. And yeah, they get like that sometimes, you know it. On bad days, make sure you have a talk with your child about how parents are not perfect and they sin and they need God's guidance. And when we are having a rough time, it's only natural to be more impatient, more short with our kids, easily angered. So when these moments occur, we have to say sorry. Kids don't need us to be perfect, but they do need us to apologize. When I apologized to my daughter, she gave me a big hug and she said, "Sometimes I get mad too." And then she said, "Sometimes happens, Mama." And she's only 3 years old, and it made me feel good inside. A 3-year-old made me feel good. So she's taking care of me just as much as I am taking care of her. I also reminded her how much she is loved and how much of a blessing she is. Sometimes when kids witness their mom and dad being very overwhelmed and stressed and sick and just having a bad day, they might think that it's their fault. So we have to make sure that we're getting on their level, looking them in the eyes, and sharing with them how special this life we have is with them. And I told her how much her mommy and daddy love each other. So although nobody likes to have a bad day, it also is a great learning opportunity and a good teaching point for our kids. And we can use these bad days to our advantage to teach our kids a lesson. And the main lesson is how badly we need God's help. My next point is to limit screen time. I know that when you're having a bad day and you're sick and, it's so easy to just plop your kid in front of a TV and call it quits. But screen time for our family does more damage than good. If my daughter watches too much TV, then she has more tantrums and behavioral issues. She also has a harder time going to bed at night after so much stimulation throughout the day if she watches TV. So today I knew I wanted to avoid as many big emotions as possible, and I wanted her to be able to go to bed as easily as possible, because I just knew I did not have the extra energy to deal with any craziness. I also get extreme mom guilt if I let her watch too much TV. So I already feel bad enough, so I don't want guilt on top of that. So I limited her TV time to 15 minutes today. She watched a Bible illustration on the TV while I put her baby brother for his morning nap. This allowed me to put Augie down without her trying to wake him up. She really hates when Augie goes to bed, and 99% of the time she intentionally will be very loud and obnoxious to try to keep him up. It's something we are working on and have been unsuccessful in, so wish us luck. Tip number 5, to have easy meals. I'm going to do a whole video on how I run my kitchen, but one of the things I do is I like to make double to triple the recipe so I have tons of leftovers that I can freeze for convenience in the future. I like to cook only 3 times a week at most. I love to cook, I just don't have the time or want to create the time to cook every single night. There are many other things I'd rather spend my time doing. For lunch, we had leftovers, which was a cold pasta salad, and they also had a piece of peanut butter toast and banana. Super easy and minimal effort to clean up. I also took out a lasagna from the freezer that I made a few weeks back, and I was so excited because not only do I not have to cook, I don't also have a mess to clean up, but it's also a comfort food. I recommend having these emergency meals, we will call them, in the freezer at all times for those days that you just don't feel your best. I always feel better eating a home-cooked meal, but if you don't have any meals at the ready, don't be scared to treat yourself and order in. For me, I just tend to get guilt over spending unnecessary money that I just don't have the budget for. Okay, number 6, clean up as you go. I am guilty of not picking up after myself when I use something, and this creates a big mess by the end of the day, which means once my kids go down for the night, I am forced to clean up every room in the house. Well, on bad days, I don't want to be spending my evenings just cleaning up. So today I made the extra effort to keep a spotless home. So once the kids were asleep, I could just rest and reward myself. I'm going to be talking all about rewards later in my video, so stay tuned. Make sure that your dishwasher is unloaded first thing in the morning so that you can just put all of the dishes away that you use throughout the day so that you don't have a pile up. I also avoided getting my kids to play in the playroom today. I just took out select toys so that there wasn't like a bomb that went off that I had to clean up after. My next point is to get outside. I always say that fresh air is good for the soul, and it couldn't be more true. It's totally worth bundling up your kids in all of those layers to get outside. I don't think I've ever regretted going outside with my kids. It seems to always be a good experience. A change in scenery is going to benefit everyone. It's really no fun to be stuck in a box all day, staring at the same 4 walls. We like to get out at least once a day, regardless of the weather. There was about 2 weeks in December where the temperatures dropped to -40, so we did stay inside for the most part, but we still did leave the house. We went to places like the thrift store, the grocery store, we went to the pool one day. It's really nice to get out because my daughter can socialize with friends and I can have adult interactions. I've had really good luck with fellow moms I've met at indoor parks, and it's really fun to just chat with them, even if it's just for the hour or 2 that we were there. Today we went to a park which was actually quite far away. The weather was so nice. Like it felt like summer to us compared to the -40 it's been. So yeah, we took a full advantage and we were outside from about 2 o'clock to 5, so a big chunk of our day, and it was great. I like to go out of the house in the middle of the day to kind of break up the day so that we're not cooped up inside for long periods of time. On the way home from the park, we actually stopped at the grocery store and got some fruit and milk, which was nice to just be able to walk the aisles and give us something to do. My next point is regarding your children's activities for the day. Make them super easy and mess-free. Today, like one of my go-to sensory bins is simply water, couple pumps of dish soap, and then I grab a bunch of different kitchen tools like spatulas and whisks and measuring cups and all of that fun stuff. I just throw them in a bin, and this is something that the baby and my toddler can play with. And the cleanup is super easy because if they get some on the floor, all I have to do is mop, which I usually mop at the end of the day anyway. Another really mess-free activity is stickers. Stickers are just like a go-to that kids love, and again, very minimal cleanup. I feel like every mom should have just a couple sensory bins that are on hand. We have like a fairy one and a mermaid one that we always alternate out. I feel like having these sensory bins are so good because the more entertained and busy your toddler is, the more you're gonna be able to have your alone time to get some things done around the house. I normally love to involve my toddler with everything I do. She is my little helper. She loves to help me. So whether I'm cleaning or I'm cooking, she is there doing it with me, which I really enjoy. But today I just needed my own headspace. So I washed some of my fruit, I got our supper ready, and they were entertained with their sensory bin, and they were just happy. And happy child, happy mom, instead of happy life, happy wife, happy life. My final point, my last point, is to reward yourself and give yourself something to look forward to at the end of the day. I love my kids with my whole heart, but it's also very nice to have a quiet house and have proper alone time. Self-care is essential for moms, and it is possible to fit it in. Self-care does not mean you have to be absent from your home or go out and have your hair and nails done. Self-care can be very simple. All day, I looked forward to the moment that I could have some alone time, have some fresh fruit, run myself a bubble bath. I poured a glass of this delicious sparkling apple grape juice, and I watched The Chosen on Netflix. Sure, I kept hearing some phantom crying, but it was really nice to have this moment to myself. I felt good at the end of the day, knowing that I intentionally gave my kids and myself a good day. I was pleased that we got fresh air and exercise and had healthy food. They were mentally, spiritually, and physically taken care of, and that gives me peace at the end of the day. I'm going to bed tonight feeling saturated in the areas that mean the most. I think we really need to assess what really gives us true rest. Sitting on the couch for 4 hours and watching TV is not restful. It actually brings guilt for me, knowing my kids did not get grounded with the earth and have fresh air. These behaviors, their behaviors are worse. There's more issues with tantrums and getting down to bed at night. So I think today was really good and I feel rested. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I am praying for you that you have bright days ahead of you. I hope these strategies help you create good days in your home for you and your family. Please subscribe to my channel for more content like this and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Until next time, bye.